All right. Okay. So the life-changing power of tidy up your mind start with letting go of those thoughts that are not producing positive effect in your life. So here are a few things that we can kind of always some kind of noise in our head. As women, usually we have so many things going on in our minds, and sometimes our mind just cannot rest. For example, we inner commentary, we criticize ourselves, right? We're very critical to ourselves, or same thought again and again and again, or just thinking about, oh, what if this happened, what if that happened, or never being totally present. We just always thinking about what's a past or anything, instead of focusing what's in front of us. So you might feel mentally you cannot keep up. Here are some of the symptoms: that your to-do list is way too much work. You just can't keep up. You feel irritated, frustrations, or you feel drowsy, you feel mental fog, or you get angry at your kids or your coworker or your families. And I must admit, there are days in my life where I was overwhelmed mentally. I very easily snap my kids and my husband. Okay, I admit that. How many of you raise your hand if you have the same problem? When you're overwhelmed with so many things, and it's so easy for us just to snap at the people around us. So mental rest is your mind comfort zone. It's the place where your brain retreats to feel safe, so your mind can function again optimally. It's not easy fix, not just a button that you can choose to press, but you need to let your mind to rest and allow room for it to be renewed. And sometimes our mind not just bombarded by work. It could be social media, could be negative comments from a friend, or text or emails, just anything that like negatives are constantly bombarding our minds and our thoughts. So here are some of the solutions to mental rest. Review your day, how you spend your time, and research have shown that. I think you personally experienced that as well. Morning is the best time for mentally draining activities. So if you have to think a lot using your mind, try to schedule it in the morning. So that's where I usually prepare my lessons, where I have to use my brain a lot. I will use that time in the morning time to prepare anything is mentally draining. Eliminate any activities that you no longer find value in, or just don't plan one thing after another. And I must admit, I have this tendency. I love to plan one thing after another. So it's really draining sometimes if you have to go to one thing to another. Take a break in between your task. Take time for your lunch. Sometimes work can be so busy, we even working during lunchtime, and it's really not helping. Leave work at work, no overtime, try not to have overtime, and try to not work during off hour, or don't check your phone, emails when you're off day, or take mental health off day. So I think we all know this, but we just don't practice it. So I hope after today, you would have some plan and strategy, and think about what are the days that I really need to rest and really be vigilant. I love this word in Singapore. We have this word all the time, vigilant. Be vigilant of doing this. So right now, I want of us, before we take a break, I want you to spend some time thinking about this. It's one way we can create a sanctuary in our mind. Is by replacing it with positive thoughts. And there's no better way to meditate on God's word and kind of replace those thoughts, either something good. I love this verse here. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes. What are some of the negative thoughts that keep bombarding your mind right now? Okay. What are some of the negative thoughts keep coming to your mind? And what are some good thoughts or his promises that can replace those negative thoughts? So I'm going to give you 5 minutes to meditate on this verse and just think about your life right now. How can you replace those negative thoughts with positive thoughts? So I hope you have good reflections. I'll give you more time in a minute.